Hello, students. Will you please unmute yourself?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. All right. So, actually, I'm your new teacher. So, from today onwards, I will be teaching you. Okay. My name is Fiza. Yes. So, may I have your introduction one by one?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, my name is Nabila Bisht.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm from India, Uttarakhand.
All right. And okay, the next one is Hamna. Hamna, will you please unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. My name is Hamna and I'm from Delhi.
You're from Delhi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And who is the third student in the group?
Ma'am, Miraj.
Miraj. So, he is not here. All right. Can we just wait 1 or 2 minutes for Miraj? We will begin then. All right, let's begin. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, which is called Line and Angles. So have you already done one class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what you did in that class?
Ma'am, we solved the first exercise of the lines and angle.
First exercise. Anyway, I want you to revise a little bit. I just want to check how much you remember the concepts related to lines and angles, and then we will come back to the exercises, right? So today's class will be a sort of revision. Okay. So let's begin with the very basic concepts of lines and angles. How do you define a line? Hamna, tell me. Okay, let's revise. The first concept is what is a line? Okay, so line is it has no endpoints. We draw it like this. We put arrows on both sides. Okay, and we can name this line. Let's say PQ. So it basically no endpoints. All right. Please unmute your mic, both of you, so that we can talk.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. No endpoints, and it will be denoted by this, like line PQ. Then another thing is called line segment. What is that? Mridula, tell me, what is a line segment? Okay, line segment means it is drawn like this. Okay. So it is not extending on both sides. This is PQ. That means it has two endpoints. So since the chapter name is lines and angles, first of all, you should be aware of about lines. So now you have defined what is a line, you have defined what is a line segment. And the third thing is ray. So what we call a ray is it starts from one point and it extends to the other. So one side there is an arrow. So if this is your O, it will go on to like here, OP. So OP will be a ray. So basically it has one end point. Is that okay? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now the concept of line is clear. Now, what happens when two lines meet each other or two line segments meet each other? What happens? Tell me. Meet each other. So when two line segments meet each other or two lines meet each other, basically angles are formed between them. Now, if you have one line segment, let's say this is one line segment, another line segment is this. So when they meet each other, there is an angle between them. So angles are formed, right? If you have a third line segment here, so the three angles are formed here. So similarly, when lines meet each other, let's say this is one line, I draw it like this. arrows on both sides. This is another line. It has arrows on both sides. So again, these 4 angles will be formed between them. So whenever 2 lines meet each other or 2 line segments meet each other, angles are formed. Now Miraj has come. Hello, Miraj.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. So Miraj, okay. So welcome to the class. I'm your new teacher. So from now onwards, I will be taking your classes. Yeah, please unmute your mic, Miraj. Okay, why don't you people keep yourself unmute so that we can talk in the class? Okay,
Okay,
there's
ma'am.
no issue. If some voice is coming, no issue. Just feel free to talk to me. You can ask whatever you want to ask. I'm there to answer you. All right, Hamna, yes, you too. Please unmute yourself. Okay, so actually, I wanted to give you a revision in this class. I'm not going to start anything new. This is your first class with me, so I want to start from very basics. So the name Miraj, yes. The name of the chapter is lines and angles. So I want to start first thing. What is line? So line is like it has no end points that we call a line. Wait. Okay, there's no end points, and we draw a line like this, arrows on both sides. Then next thing is line segment. I mean, it's a part of a line. So it has 2 endpoints, right, Miraj?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is how we draw a line segment. Then third thing is ray. Ray means it extends on only one side. So it has one endpoint, okay? O is the endpoint. So these 3 things you should know: what is a line, what is a line segment, what is a ray. Now, when 2 or more line segments or 2 or more lines meet each other, so what happens? So basically, let's say AB is a line segment, AC is a line segment, BC is a line segment. They are meeting each other. So angles are being formed here, right? So this is your angle 1, this is your angle 2, this is your angle 3. Now tell me one thing, Hamna, how can I write angle 1 in this triangle? Okay, I'll give you one example. Like angle 1 can be written as like this, angle BAC, okay? Because at A angle is formed, so it will come in the middle, right? Yes, Hamna?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now tell me, how can I write angle 3? Tell me this.
Ma'am, angle ACB.
ACB, okay. Mridula, now you tell me, how can I write angle 2?
Ma'am, angle ABC.
Angle ABC, right. Now in this, again, 4 angles are formed. Let's say angle 1, 2, 3, 4. Now Miraj will tell me, how can I, okay, I'm giving some names to these lines, then you will be able to tell me. Okay, this is line PQ and this is line RS and this is the middle point which I call O. So Miraj, now tell me, how can I write angle 1?
POS.
Angle POS, okay. Angle 2, tell me quickly, keep on telling me.
QOR.
Angle 2, look carefully.
QOS.
QOS, okay. Angle 3, tell me that.
QOR.
QOR, yes, okay. Now angle 4, tell me.
ROP.
Angle ROP, okay. So this much you know how to name angles, okay. Now let's come to different kinds of angles. So we have many kinds of angles. One is called acute angle. Yeah, what's the other one? Tell me quickly.
Obtuse angle.
Obtuse angle. Yes, Hamna, tell me.
Ma'am, right angle.
Right angle, yes. Mridula, tell me what
Ma'am,
other kinds of angle you have.
Ma'am, reflex angle.
Very good. Reflex angle. Okay. And is there any other?
Ma'am,
Straight
straight
angle.
angle.
Straight angle. That's good. Then is there any other kind of angle? There's one more you're forgetting, which is called complete angle. Have you heard that? Okay.
No, ma'am.
What is acute angle?
Ma'am,
Less than 90 degrees.
Less than 90 degrees. So if angle is X, so it is less than 90 degree, but greater than 0 degree. So that's how we draw it. Okay. It is less than 90 degree. This is your angle X. These are 2 rays. This is O. Now obtuse angle, what's that? If angle X
Less
is obtuse.
than
More than 90 degree and less than 180 degree.
Very good. Okay. Now, Miraj, tell me what is a right angle triangle?
90 degrees.
Yes, exactly 90 degree. Okay. Hamna, what is the reflex angle?
Ma'am, more than 180 degree and less than 360 degree.
So angle X is actually, greater than 180 degree and less than 360 degree. Okay, that's good. Mridula, what is a straight angle?
Ma'am, 180 degree.
Yes, exactly 180 degree. Okay, Miraj, what is a complete angle?
360 degrees.
Yes, angle X is equal to 360 degree. Sorry, 360. So basically, if this is the ray, this is O. So you start from here and you cover all and you come back again to this same ray. So this will be your 360 degree angle. So this is how you draw it. It's a complete angle. All right, so this you know. Now this is about single angles. Now we will talk about pair of angles, right? Wait. Okay, now if we talk of pair of angles, so there is one thing which is called complementary angles, right? So Miraj, tell me what are complementary angles? Yeah, Hamna, you tell me what are complementary angles?
Angles having the sum 90 degree.
Exactly. See, in this class, I just want to check how much you remember so that I can begin from the new, next class, I'll start with your exercises. So this class is going to be a little bit of revision kind of class. All right. Okay. So
Okay, ma'am.
yeah, so complementary, and this is very important. So I want you to revise all your concepts. Then you will not face problem in your exercises. That is why I'm starting from the very beginning. So complementary angles means when the sum of two angles, let's say angles are angle X plus angle Y, if their sum is 90 degree, then they are complementary angles. All right. And we say that angle X is complement of angle Y, or we say that angle Y is complement of angle X. Is that okay? Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Mridula, now you tell me, what are supplementary angles? Mridula?
Ma'am, angle
Hmm.
X plus angle Y is equal to 180 degree.
180 degree, exactly. If their sum is 180 degree, then they are called supplementary angles and they are called supplement of each other. So angle X is supplement of angle Y is supplement of angle X. Okay. Now, Miraj, do you remember what are adjacent angles? Can
No.
you give me some idea? Okay, who will tell me?
Ma'am, angles have a common vertex, a common arm,
Hmm.
and their non-common arms are on different sides of the common arm.
Exactly. See, this you studied in your class 7th. Okay, what are adjacent angles? Now, Miraj, look carefully. When two angles are side by side to each other, such that they have a common vertex. So this is the common point. All right. Now you have one arm here. This is the common arm between the two angles, and the another arm is like here. Okay. If this is angle 1, this is your angle 2. So let me name them. O, this is ray OP, this is ray OQ, this is ray OR. Now you can see, Miraj, that angle 1 and angle 2, they have a common vertex O, right? This is
Yes.
vertex. Now they have a common arm. So OQ is the common arm, right? It's a part of angle 1 also, it's a part of angle 2 also, right? So they have one common arm. And the non-common arms, which are OR and OP, they are on opposite side of the common arm. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So basically they have three features. One is called the common vertex. You can note it down if you want to. This will help you. All right. You can note them down. They have a common arm. They have a common arm. So are you writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The non-common arm are on either side of the common arm. So this is just for your revision. So you should know what are adjacent angles. So Miraj, will you remember now? So they are side by side to each other such that they have a common arm between them and they share a common vertex. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so they are called adjacent angles. Now there's one more thing which is called linear pair. Okay, Mridula, now tell me, what is a linear pair?
Ma'am, the two angles which sum is 180 degree.
Yes, two angles whose sum is 180 degree or they lie on a common line. Okay,
And ma'am, they have the common vertex.
they have a common vertex. Exactly. So basically, it's extension of adjacent angles only. If we extend this OR, let me draw it like this. You have a straight line here, and then there is any ray here, like this. So this is the common vertex O. This is your angle 1. This is your angle 2. Now, Miraj, can you see? They have a common vertex O, right?
Yes, ma'am.
They have a common arm, which is here, OP. Now, opposite arms, they are on the opposite side of the common arm. Other arms are there, which are on the opposite side of the common arm. Now, this angle 1 and angle 2, if they fall on a straight line, then they are called linear pairs. So basically, angle 1 plus angle 2 is going to give you 180 degree. So this is called a linear pair of angle if they fall on a same line. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now you know about lines. Now you know about angles and you know about pair of angles. So these three things you know now. Now, next question is what happens when two lines intersect each other? They cross each other. So what will happen? Okay.
Opposite angles are equal.
Very good. That's the theorem. So basically, let me just revise you a little bit. If you have one line like this and there is another line like this. So let me name angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4. So now what will happen? If angle 1 is and angle 3, they are vertically opposite. So you should know what are vertically opposite angles. So if they fall like this between two intersecting lines opposite to each other, then they are called vertically opposite angles. So what is the other pair of vertically opposite angle, Miraj?
3, 1.
3, 1, I have already written angle 1 and angle 3. What is the other pair?
Angle 2 and angle 4.
Yes, so they are vertically opposite angles. So these two pairs you have vertically opposite angles. Now, what is called a transversal? Hamna, can you tell me what is called a transversal? Mridula, do you remember? Okay, transversal is nothing. If you have two lines, any two lines, and the third line which intersect both these lines, it's called a transversal. So if this is your line M, this is your line M, now this line, I call it P. So P is the transversal, okay? That's it.
Okay.
Now I'm coming to a very important, some important revision, which I want you to look carefully and answer me. So I'm going to ask you some questions. Now I call it angles made by a transversal. This you can note down also. This is important, you will need it. Now I have any line, let's say this is any line L. Okay, this is any other line which I call line M. And this is any transversal which cuts these line at two different points. I call it line P. All right, now I'm going to name these angles, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. Then I'm going to name these angle 5, angle 6, angle 7, angle 8. So first of all, you draw this in your notebooks. Yes, Mridula, Hamna. Yeah, Mridula, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, draw this figure quickly in your copy. Then I'm going to
Ma'am.
ask you a few questions.
I'm done.
Okay, Hamna, have you drawn?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Miraj, have you done?
Yes.
Yes, quickly. Okay, now come the important point. Now there are many things which you have to remember the names. So first is what we call interior angles. So you can see by the name itself, they are going to be inside the two lines. So what are the interior angles? Hamna, can you tell me?
Ma'am, the angle 3 and angle 4.
Angle 3, angle 4, angle
Angle
5,
and
angle 6. So they all are interior angles, okay? Because they are inside. Then exterior angle. Now it's very easy to say. Miraj will tell me.
Angle 1,
Exterior angles. Yes. So angle 1 and
angle 2,
hmm,
angle 7, and angle 8.
yes. You write it down in your copy, all the names.
Okay.
Because you will need this. When you will solve the questions, you will need all these names. Have you done? Tell me. Keep on telling me, please.
No, ma'am.
done, ma'am.
Yes, Miraj, quick.
Okay, ma'am. Done.
Okay. Now next we come to corresponding angles. This is also very important because you are going to need this in the coming chapters also. Corresponding angles. Now look carefully. Look at angle 1 and look at angle 5. All of you? Yes. Please say yes. Please unmute
Yes.
yourself. See, the class becomes very interactive when you unmute yourself. It will be more interesting, more fun if we both will be able to talk to each other, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, don't mute yourself. Yes, okay. Now corresponding angle. So look at angle 1 and look at angle 5. Now you can see they both are on the upper side of the lines, right? They both are on the left side of the lines.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see that? Angle 1 and angle 5. So they both are on the left side. They both are on the upper side. So they form a pair of corresponding angles. So one pair is angle 1 and angle 5. All right? Yes.
ma'am.
Now look at the right side. Look at angle 2. Look at angle 6. Now they both are on the right side. They both are on the upper side of the line. So they form another pair, which is angle 2 and angle 6. Now, Miraj, can you tell me the third pair of corresponding angles?
1,
Okay,
4
upper.
and 8.
Yes, exactly. Now come to lower side of the line. So you have angle 4 and angle 8. Yes, Mridula, tell me the other pair.
Ma'am, 3 and 7.
Angle 3 and angle 7. Okay, so now you know what are corresponding angles. Please write them down in your copy. This will help you when you will sit and revise. Okay, fourth thing. Sorry, alternate interior angles. Okay, now it's very clear from the name. So first of all, they are interior. Okay. And yes, have you done? Have you written?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now look here. Now look at angle 3 and angle 6. Okay. So first of all, they are interior. As you can see from the name, you need interior angles here, right? So angle 3 and angle C, and because you have to get alternate angles. So one has to be on the left side, other has to be on the right side. If one is right side, other has to be on the left side. So they have to be on the alternate side of the line. So that is why we call them alternate interior angles. So Miraj, now tell me, what is the first pair of alternate interior angles?
3 and 6.
Yeah, angle 3 and angle 6. Okay, Hamna, tell me the other pair.
Ma'am, angle 4 and angle 5.
Yes, angle 4 and angle 5. Okay, now you can name them easily. Okay. Now let me come to next, which is alternate exterior angles. Now this is very easy. So first of all, they need to be alternate, then they need to be exterior, right? So Miraj, tell me the first pair of alternate exterior angles.
1 and 8.
Okay, so you are telling me 1 and you are telling me 8. Okay, that's right. So angle 1 and angle 8. Okay, Mridula, tell me the other pair.
Ma'am, angle 2 and angle 7.
Angle 2 and angle 7. Okay, that's right. Okay, just write it down.
Ma'am, done.
Okay, these are the important things you need to remember. What are interior angles? What are exterior angles? These three are more important. What are corresponding angles? What are alternate angles? What are alternate interior angles? What are alternate exterior angles? So please remember these three. These are very important for solving the questions. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now, now here you can see the line L and line M are not parallel to each other. But what if we have parallel lines and then a transversal cut them? So what will happen? No, I'm coming to the next section. So this time you have two parallel lines. So if one parallel line is this is your line L. Another parallel line is this. Now, Miraj, you will tell me what are parallel lines?
L
When
and M.
Neat. Okay. L and M are fine, but what is the definition of parallel lines? Why these lines are parallel?
Because they are parallel to each other.
What is parallel? I mean, what do you understand by that? How can we say they are parallel to each other? Who will tell me? Mridula, you tell me.
Ma'am, the lines which cannot meet at any point.
Exactly. Yes. See, Miraj, they cannot meet. Like you can extend it to infinity, but they will not meet. So basically, the distance between the lines will always remain same. Okay, Hamna?
Okay.
Okay, so they will never meet each other. That is why they are called it parallel lines. Now we have a transversal, which is cutting these lines. So this is a, sorry, please avoid this drawing. So this is a transversal. Let me draw it again. Okay. Okay, so this is a transversal, which is intersecting these lines. Any line T. Now I'm again naming some angles here. This is angle 1 and this is angle 2. Can you tell me the name of pair of angle 1 and angle 2, Miraj? What we call this pair?
Corresponding angle.
Corresponding angles, exactly. Now, Hamna, you will tell me what is this pair called? Angle 3 and angle 4.
Ma'am, corresponding angles.
Corresponding angles. Okay, so similarly, I'm drawing the other corresponding angles here. So this is angle 7, angle 8. Okay, 5 and 4 are, I can call it 5 and this I can call 6, 5, 6. Okay. Now there are some important things to remember. If the lines are parallel and then a transversal cut them. So in case each corresponding angles, you note down this point. Each pair of corresponding angles are equal. So if corresponding angles are equal, that means angle 1 is equal to angle 2, right? Yeah, Miraj, now keep on telling me what are the pairs?
3, 4.
Yes, so angle 3 will be equal to angle 4. Yes, and
Angle 7 will be equal to angle 8.
yes, right. And
Angle 5 will be equal to angle 6.
yes, exactly. So this you have to remember that when the lines are parallel, then all the corresponding angles are equal to each other. So write it down.
I'm
Okay.
done.
Done.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now next thing which is important, each pair of alternate interior angles are also equal. All right. So alternate interior angles are going to be equal. So Mridula, tell me what are the pairs of alternate interior angles here?
Ma'am, angle 3 is equal to angle 6.
No, see, they are not alternate. They are on the same side of the transversal.
Ma'am, angle 3 is equal to angle 8.
Exactly. So alternate means they have to be on the opposite sides of the transversal. So angle 3 will be equal to angle 8. Now, Miraj, tell me what is the other pair?
Angle 1 will be equal to angle 6.
Yes, exactly. So you can see they are on the opposite side and they are interior. That is why we call them alternate interior angles. So this is the second thing you have to remember, that alternate angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. Now, third very important, which you need to remember is, I'm writing, first you write it down, I'll explain. Interior angles on the same side of transversal. Okay, Miraj, which angles I'm talking about? Tell me. Interior angles on the same side of transversal.
Angle 1 and 8.
Yes, so they are supplementary. This is very important. Please remember it. So that means if we add angle 1 plus angle 8, sorry, angle 1 plus angle 8, what should we get? Supplementary means what? Their sum is how much? Mridula, tell me, what is their sum?
Ma'am, 180 degree.
180 degree, yes. So if the angles are on the same side of the transversal, all right, and they are interior. See, remember the terms interior and remember same side. So you can highlight these two things. They should be interior, they should be on the same side. So they are supplementary. These three things are important. So angle 1 plus angle 8 is equal to 180 degree. Hamna, what is the next pair? Tell me.
Ma'am, angle 3 and angle 6.
Yes, exactly. So they will also be supplementary. So this you need to remember. So this is up till here. This was a revision which you have already done in your class 7th and your class 8th, right? Now we will come to your class 9 basically. Now we will start what is there in your class 9th. Have you written this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Miraj, done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Then, okay. Now, there's one thing in class 9th which you need to do is called linear pair axiom. First thing, you need to understand this. Please write this heading, linear pair axiom. Now, what is axiom? Who will tell me? What do you understand by axiom? Do you have any idea?
Ma'am, a universal.
Okay, basically, axiom is a universal statement which do not require any proof. Okay. So we do not have to prove it. We just have to remember it. This is true. We have to remember it. Okay. It does not require a proof. So that is why we call it an axiom. Now, what happens is if we have a line, any line AB, I call it A and B, right? Now there is a ray which stands on this line. Now this is the point O. Now a ray is standing on this line at point O. This is a ray, arrow on one side, end point on one side. I call it C. So now two angles are formed here. This is your angle 1, this is your angle 2. Now what does it say? This axiom say that angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree. All right.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
converse is also true. Converse is also true means if it is given to you that angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree, this means that they both lie on the same line. All right, Miraj?
Okay.
Because AOB is a line and angle 1 and angle 2 are falling on this line. So the first thing you have to remember is if they are on the same line, that means angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree. This is the first thing you have to remember. And its converse is also true, which means if I say that angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree, this means they fall on a line. Okay, its opposite is also true. We call it linear pair axiom. Now comes a theorem. Theorem means which we need to prove. So we will prove it. Now, first of all, you write the theorem, then I'll prove it. If two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, just write it down. I'm drawing a figure then. So have you written?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you, please say quickly, yes.
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 Okay. Try to save time. Yeah, okay. Now I'm drawing figure first of all. Now these are two lines. One is line A and line D, AD I call it. Okay. Another line is BC. This is B, this is C. Okay. Now I'm naming angles. This is your angle 1. This is angle 2. Now this is angle 3. This is angle 4. Okay. Now you see here, then I'll give you time to write. So first of all, look here. So what does the theorem say? If two lines intersect each other, so here line AD and line BC are intersecting each other, then vertically opposite angles are equal. So you have to prove, okay, now what is given to you here? AD and BC are two intersecting lines. This is given, all right? Now, to prove, you have to prove that angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 is equal to angle 4. You have to prove them. These are vertically opposite angles and they are equal. Now come to proof. Now look here, AD is a straight line. Now, since AD is a straight line, then angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree, which is the linear pair axiom we have studied just now, right? Look here, angle 1 and angle 3, they are falling on the same line AD, right, Mridula?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, Hamna?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Miraj?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so angle 1 and angle 3, they are on the same line AD, and we have just studied the linear pair axiom. So therefore, angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. Is that okay? So I call it equation number 1. Now again, look here. BC is another straight line. So therefore, if BC is a straight line, then angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. Is that okay? Now look here, angle 2 and angle 3, they fall on the line BC. Therefore, they also add up to 180 degree. Again, the same axiom, linear pair axiom. We call it linear pair. All right, I call it equation number 2. Now, you see the RHS, the right hand side of both the equation are equal, which is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, the left hand side is also equal, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes,
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
ma'am.
okay. So I write, since RHS of equation 1 and 2 are same. So therefore, LHS is also same. Therefore, I can write angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 3. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this angle 3 and angle 3 will get cancelled out on both sides. Why will it get cancelled out, Miraj? Tell me. See, it's a shortcut. This is rough part. I'm doing it here. Sorry, this is rough. If you have like this, angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 3. So this angle 3 is positive. If you take it to the other side, so it will become angle 2 plus angle 3. Now this angle 3, this side will become minus angle 3, right? So angle 3 minus angle 3 will give you what? 0?
Yes.
So it will be only angle 1 is equal to angle 2. So we just skip this step. That's it. So we directly cut it here. It means the same thing, that you are subtracting this from this. So you are left with angle 1 is equal to angle 2. All right. So 1 you have proved. So one pair of vertically opposite angle, you have proved that they are equal. Now similarly, you can do. Now similarly, it's very easy. Now do it like this. Angle 3 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree. Why? Miraj, tell me why they are 180 degree.
Because AD is a straight line.
AD, they are not falling on AD. Angle 3 and 2, on which line they are falling?
BC.
Yes, they form a linear pair because they form, okay, before this you can write BC is a straight line. I forgot to write. BC is a straight line. Therefore, angle 3 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree linear pair. Now, again, AD is a straight line this time. Can you see what I'm writing? Okay.
Yes.
So therefore, angle 4 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree, right? Again, I call it equation number 3. I call it equation number 4. Now, can you do after this? Okay, now I'm using this space. Okay. Now again the same thing. Now you can see both the RHS of equation 3 and RHS of equation 4 are 180 degree. Therefore, their left hand side are also same, right? Since RHS of equation 3 and 4 are same. So therefore, you have angle 3 plus angle 2 is equal to angle 4 plus angle 2, right, Mridula?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so again, this angle 2 on both sides will get cancelled out and you are left with angle 3 is equal to angle 4. So this is another pair of vertically opposite angle which you have proved that they are equal. So we have proved both the pair, angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 is equal to angle 4. And you have to remember this also, that the pair of vertically opposite angle are equal. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. So have you written this?
Ma'am.
Yes. Have you done? Miraj, done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hamna?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay. Mridula?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm coming to the new page now. Okay. Now let's come to examples of your book. Let's do some examples now. I'm opening your book. Wait. Okay, so here is the first example. Now, what does it say? Read. Line PQ and line RS are intersecting each other at point O, right? And it is given to you that angle POR, the ratio of angle POR and angle ROQ is 5:7, and he is asking you to find all the angles. So let's do it here. Example 1. Examples also come in your exam, so you please do your examples also. So I'm drawing the figure. First of all, it says that there are two lines. One is a line PQ. You also draw the figure with me, all of you. And then there is another line, which is called angle, right, line R and S. And they intersect at point O, right? Draw this much quickly. All right, done?
Done, ma'am.
Okay, now I'm giving some names to the angles. Instead of writing POR, ROQ, it gets very confusing. So I'm just writing it angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. It becomes a bit simple like this. Okay. Right? Now, first thing, what is given to you in this question? So it is given to you that the ratio of angle 1 and angle 2 is equal to 5:7. They are in the ratio 5:7. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now what you have to find? All angles. That means, okay, instead of writing all angles, you write angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and angle 4. So you have to find the values of all the angles. So let's do the solution. See, it's very easy. Now understand one thing, you have already studied ratios and proportions in your earlier classes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am.
So now what does it mean? 5:7, that angle 1 and angle 2 is 5:7. Look here, see, if the total is x, like the total of something is x, it means that out of the total, 5 parts are of angle 1 and 7 parts are of angle 2. Okay. So we write it like this: 5x and 7x. I mean the 5 parts of the total x and the 7 parts of the total x. It's like this. So angle 1 is basically 5x and angle 2 is 7x. I can name it like this. Okay. So now solution is POQ is a straight line. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So if POQ is a straight line, that means angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree. Miraj, why they are 180 degree? Tell me the name of the property I have used here. We have just studied when two angles fall on the same line, their sum is 180 degree. Why? What we call these angles?
Linear pair.
Linear pair. Yes, they form a linear pair. Okay, I'm writing in short. Let me write it fully. Linear pair. Yes, Miraj? Yes, say something.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so we call them linear pair because they are falling on the same line. That is why their sum is 180 degree. Okay. So therefore,
Okay.
now angle 1 is 5x. So therefore 5x plus angle 2 is 7x is equal to 180 degree, right? So how much is 5x plus 7x? Mridula, where are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, help me solving in this question. So what is 5x plus 7x?
When 12x is equal to
12.
180 degree.
Exactly, 180 degree. So x is equal to how much?
180 divided by 12.
180 divided by 12. So what will be the value? Hamna, tell me, what will you get?
Ma'am, 15.
15. Yes, okay, 15 you will get. So you know the value of x now, x is 15. So therefore, angle 1, which was 5x, how much will it become? 5 into 15. Miraj, tell me, what will you get? 5 into 15. Quickly, tell me quickly. Yes, Miraj. How much is 5 into 15?
$75.
75. Yes. So angle 1 is 75 degree, right? Now angle 2 is 7x. So that means 7 into 15. What is the value? Mridula, tell me. 7 into 15.
And 105.
105. Yes. So now you already know the value of angle 1, right? You know the value of angle 2. So 2 angles you have already find out. Now it's very easy. Miraj, now think about it and tell me which is the shortest possible way to find angle 3. We have just studied about pairs of angles. 3 kinds we studied. All right. Now look here. Please, all of you look carefully. You already know angle 1 and you already know angle 2. Now angle 1 and angle 2, they are vertically opposite to each other. We have just proved the theorem, Miraj,
Yes, ma'am.
that the vertically opposite angles are equal, right?
Yes.
So angle 3 will be equal to angle 1, vertically opposite angle. We have just proved it. That is why I was asking you to remember this theorem because you will need that while solving the questions. So therefore, angle 3 is also equal to 75 degree. So you got the third angle. Now Miraj, tell me, what is angle 4? Use the same theorem. What will you get? Okay, use the same property, Miraj. So angle 4 is equal to which angle?
2.
2, exactly. Again, vertically opposite angles. Right? So therefore, angle 4 is equal to 105 degree. So you have found all the angles. So you know the value of angle 1, you know the value of angle 2, you know the value of angle 3, and you know the value of angle 4. Right?
Yes.
Any problem to anyone? Mridula, Hamna, please speak up.
No, ma'am.
Any problem so far?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Now let's move to the next example. Have you written this, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is Juveria somebody in your class?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. You're only 3 in one group.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Let me come to next page. I am opening your example number 2 now. Just wait for the chapter to open. Yes. Now, first of all, look at the question and then I'll shift to my page. Read it carefully. Now look at the figure, all of you. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now it says that ray OS stands on line POQ. So you have a straight line POQ in which the ray OS is standing. So this is the ray which is standing here. Now ray OR and OT are angle bisector of POS. I mean this ray OR exactly divide this whole angle. So that means this part is equal to this part. Okay. And
Okay.
this OT divide this whole angle, this one. That means this part is equal to this angle. So the question says like this. And it's given to you that angle POS is X. So what is POS? POS. So this much angle, this much is already given to you, which is X. Okay, I've really messed up with the figure. Oh, so I'm just going to draw it again for you. Okay, let's move to my page. There I'll draw. Okay, so now what does the figure say? Let me draw it very clearly here. So you have a straight line PQ. All of you draw it with me. PQ. And here you have one point O. Draw this much quickly. Now you have a ray OS, which is standing on this line. This is any ray OS. Okay, you have your class timing from 8:30 to 9:30, right? Yeah,
No,
please.
ma'am. From 6 o'clock to
Oh, I'm sorry, I was
never
talking.
mind.
6 to how much?
7
6 to 7. Okay, I was
at
talking.
my place.
Yes, sorry, I was saying the Indian time.
No
All
problem.
right. Okay, so this much have you drawn? So it says POQ is a straight line and the ray OS is standing on this line POQ. Now, there is another ray which exactly divide this angle. Now this whole angle is given to you, which is X, right? The value of this whole angle. Now, there is another ray which exactly divide it. I'm using the other pen. Okay. Now this ray exactly, sorry. Let me draw the figure correctly. Okay. So this ray exactly divide this angle X. So that means now these are the two angles which are exactly equal to each other. All right. Now there is another ray which divides this whole angle. So it divides like this, and then you have this angle exactly equal to this angle. So is the question clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the question. So this much it says. Now, so what is given to you in this question is? It
Ma'am,
is
POS.
angle POS is equal to X, which I have already marked here. So this whole angle POS is given to you, like from here to here, this whole angle is given to you. Okay, now what you have to find? What does it say? Angle ROT you have to find. So I'm drawing it first of all. ROT, that means this angle you need to find, this much ROT. All right.
Okay.
Okay, this is you need to find. Now come to solution, how we will do it. So is my speed fine, or please give me some feedback, whatever you people are feeling. Tell me very honestly.
So ma'am,
Yes,
it's perfect.
fine.
Okay, so whenever you face any kind of issue, please let me know. All right, just feel free to talk to me. Okay, now look here. What is angle ROT? Can I write like this? Angle ROT, which I have to find out this whole angle. So basically it is a part of this, like this angle plus this angle. So can I write it like this? Angle ROS plus angle SOT. Now, is this clear? Tell me, all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this whole angle, which is the question mark angle, so this is equal to this angle plus this angle, ROS plus SOT. I call it my equation number 1. Please call it equation number 1. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
now,
Yes, ma'am.
yes. So it is also given to you that these two angles are exactly equal, which I have marked here. See? Because
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is the angle bisector. So it is given to you that angle ROS. First of all, look what is ROS. ROS, right? So it is half of angle POS. Is this okay? Sorry, the
Yes,
figure
ma'am.
is very messed up, but I hope you are able to see it. Right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
yes, so angle ROS is half of angle POS because it was given to you in the question that OR is the angle bisector of this angle. Okay, now angle SOT. So basically we are finding what are the values of this and what are the values of this. Okay, then we will put those values in this equation. So that's what we are doing now. So we have found angle ROS is equal to half of angle POS. Yeah, we can do one thing here, which is half of X, right? Angle POS is already X, which is given. Look here, which is given. Okay, so I can write it X by 2. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now SOT is again, this is half of angle SOQ. Now look carefully, all of you. Please look at the figure, what I've written. So SOT, I want to find this angle, SOT, this. So this is half of this whole angle, right? Yes, Mridula?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please, my figure is very messed up. I just want to clean it a little bit. Oops. All is gone. Okay. All right. Now, what we can do here is, what is angle SOQ? SOQ. Can I write it like this? Half of 180 degree minus X. Can I write it like this, Miraj?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this much angle is already X, right?
Yes.
And POQ is a straight line. That means the remaining angle, which is this is 180 minus X, right?
Yes.
Right, Hamna?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that is why I've written angle SOQ is equal to 180 minus X. You can write it here, linear pair in the bracket. Okay. Now you multiply this half inside. So what will you get? 180 by 2 minus X by 2, right?
Yes.
Ma'am.
So this will give you 90 minus X by 2, right? 90
Yes.
degree, this is degree. So 90 degree minus X by 2. So, okay, now you got ROS and you got SOT. Now put all these two values in your equation number 1. So I'm using this space now. So substituting, yeah, putting, you can write substituting in equation 1. Equation 1. So you get angle ROT is equal to, what is angle ROS? You have found out X by 2. Then what is SOT, which is 90 degree minus X by 2, right?
Yes.
So x by 2 minus x by 2 is 0.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, they will cancel out. So angle ROT is 90 degree. So this is what you got. Angle ROT is equal to 90 degree is the answer. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Now let's come to exercise. Now you will solve it. Basically, you will tell me. I will not do anything. Okay, example 2 we have done. Let's come to exercise now. I'm using this space only to solve. Yes, Miraj, read the question quickly.
In figure 6.13, lines
Hmm.
AB and CD intersect at
Wait, so
O.
AB is this line. So this is the line AB. This is the line CD. They are intersecting at point O. Fine. If angle AOC means this angle, right? Plus angle BOE, that means BOE, this angle, is equal to 70 degree. This is given to you. Can I call it 1 and 2, angle 1 and 2? It will become simple to write. And angle BOD is equal to 40 degree. BOD is this. I am calling it 3. So basically what is given to you here? Okay, it is given that angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 70 degree. Yes, Mridula?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and angle BOD is 40, which I have named angle 3. So it is 40 degree. Okay, so this much is given. Now what you have to find? To find
Ma'am,
angle BOE. Let's name it. BOE. Okay, so you have to find the value of angle 2 and angle COE, reflex angle COE. That means this complete COE from here to here you have to find, right? Let me call it angle 4. So angle 4, this you have to find. Okay, so who will tell me? Who can solve this question? Hamna, can you tell me how will I do it? Hamna, please unmute yourself. Okay, just think about it. Give me a minute. Just give me 1 minute.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hello. Yes. Okay, I'm back here. I think the time is over. Let me just complete this question. Or can we do it in the next class? Yes, Mridula.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Miraj, are you there? Please say yes quickly, all of you, all 3 of you. Unmute your mic.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, where is Hamna?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please say yes quickly. All right, I'm leaving it here. In the next class, we will solve the exercise. Okay.